Gervonta Tank Davis, my guy. You got some real loyal fans out there, man. You got some real loyal fans. So I made a video the other day speaking on certain topics to do with Gervonta Davis. I broke down his career and I explained as to why I do not know what makes him out to be some great boxer, some great guy. At the end of the day, the eye test says he's a great boxer, that's fine. But his level of competition for me does not say the same thing. And thankfully, I had some comments on this video. I love the comments. Please comment on my videos, guys. It helps me understand where you guys are coming from. It helps me see what you guys are looking at and looking for. And it helps me then know what to talk about in terms of boxing when I'm putting out these videos. Love the interaction and I'm very grateful for it. One particular comment I found quite interesting was from someone called Maniki Malloy 4386. And he said, he, jealousy. Nothing Tank will ever do will make you to recognize him. I don't know. English must not be his first language. Just allow him there. I don't think English is his first language from him saying, make you to recognize. Anyway, it is good that he is ignoring all these stupid channels. So then someone replied to him and said, LMAO at jealousy. What is he jealous of, my guy? Maliki Malloy then came back and said, funny that when Gamboa fought Haney, he was good enough, and the very same guy that destroyed Haney in Ryan is called a nobody when he fights Tank. Same time, people expect Tank to fight De La Santo, who has just lost the fight. If you look at Tank, he usually takes a fighter with an O or won the fight before he fights them. Now people expect Tank to chase Haney. A very simple thing is that when he beats him, Haney will be called a nobody. Same as when he beats Tio and Shakur. It seems like there is this urge to always attack Tank's resume whilst others are not really fighting each other except for Ryan and maybe Tio because he has taken challenges. Tank has recently been ducked by Loma and no one is saying anything about it. Yo, Maniki Malloy 4386. You got jokes, my guy. Let me address all of this, yeah? Because this is funny to me. I can't lie, it's hilarious. So, let's go from the beginning. You said, funny that when Gamboa fought Haney. Big man, I ain't never spoken about Haney and his resume. This was a video about Tank's resume and who he's fought and who he's beat and who they are. Okay? I don't care about, if you wanted me to do a video about Devin Haney's career and his breakdown, a breakdown of his fighters, all you got to do is ask, mate, right? And I'll do it, right? Haney's level of competition is a lot better than Tank's level of competition. Haney has fought Lomachenko. How about that? He fought the likes of Jorge Linares. Tank's never fought Jorge Linares, who is a multiple-time champion and such like. So that's another person that Haney has fought that Tank ain't fought. I'm not going through these resumes. We're talking about Tank, okay? And when Tank fought Gamboa, Gamboa was a shell of himself and he also ruptured his Achilles in the second round and Tank couldn't get him out of there. That's that. Now you're talking about he destroyed Ryan Garcia. When he fought Ryan Garcia, he made sure Ryan Garcia boiled down to a very uncomfortable weight for him. He had already left 135 and he had gone up to 140. And he was at 140 and he said, come up and fight me at 140. And Tank refused to do so, even though he fought Mario Barrios at 140. So that lets me know that you're shook of Ryan at 140. Because you fought Mario Barrios, who was very limited in his skill set. But you went up there and you fought him and you didn't ask him to come down to no weight because he had this stupid trinket.
I only got the Reggie right now though.
Regular belt that you basically wanted. And so you went and got that. You had to fight him at that weight. Ryan Garcia, you decided that you didn't want to fight him at that weight and you boiled him down to your weight. Plus, I don't really rate Ryan Garcia as a fighter per se because he hasn't fought anybody to make me think that he's a good fighter. So I don't know why you're telling me about Ryan. Ryan, when he fought and beat up Devin Haney, it was at 144. He weighed in at 144, where it was supposed to be 140. He weighed on 4 pounds overweight, plus he was taking PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs. So his performance was enhanced by the drugs he was taking. Don't you understand that? I don't know if you don't understand that. So I don't know where the comparison is. Because when he fought Tank, he was boiled down to 135, which is a whole basic 10 pounds less than he was when he fought Devin. Plus, he was on PEDs when he fought Devin. He wasn't on PEDs when he fought Tank. Or that's the case. That's what they're saying. He wasn't on PEDs when he fought Tank. Plus, before Tank fought Ryan, he was saying Ryan takes PEDs. Don't want to fight him. After that now, when he comes to be found to have taken PEDs, after he's fought Tank and he's been found to have taken PEDs in his fight with Devin, Tank's now backing him saying, nah, he don't take PEDs, he don't take PEDs. Because he needs his win over Ryan to look better than it is. So he needs Ryan's win over Devin to be legitimate, which is very disingenuous, I must say. But anyway, I digress. You're talking about expect Tank to fight De La Santo. No one wanted Tank to fight no De La Santo, bro. What are you talking about? You're talking about fight De La Santo. Who cares about De La Santo? Nobody. I don't know what you're talking about with he was expected to fight De La Santo. Sorry, I'll etch that out. That don't make no sense. Yeah? Then you said, we expect Tank to chase Haney. No one expects Tank to chase Haney. We just expect him to fight Haney when Haney says he wants to fight him. And Devin Haney has been saying he wants to fight Tank for the longest time. And Tank refuses to fight him. He said he was going to fight him after he fought Rolly. But that never happened. Where are we with that? And you're saying, when he beats Tio, when he beats Shakur, when he beats all these guys. My guy, you can't talk about when he beats somebody because he hasn't fought them and beat them yet. So we can't talk about that. We have to see the fight and let it happen. We don't know if he's going to beat Tio. We don't know if he's going to beat Shakur. We don't know if he's going to beat Devin Haney because they haven't got in the ring and had the fights. But what I will say is Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez all have better resumes than Tank. You're saying that he fights guys with a O, yeah? So they haven't lost. He fights unbeaten guys. Hector Luis Garcia was unbeaten, but 16-0. Rolly was unbeaten, but 14-0. Isaac Cruz wasn't unbeaten. Mario Barrios, okay, he was unbeaten, 26-0. Okay, but he was fighting lesser competition. Frank Martin was 18-0, but obviously Tank's 30-0 when he's fighting a guy with 18-0. He's 29-0 when he's fighting Ryan Garcia, 23-0. He's 28-0 when he's fighting Hector Luis Garcia, 60-0. That's half of the fights that he's had, and he's fighting these guys. He's 27-0 when he's fighting Rolly Romero, who has no amateur background, coming from wrestling or judo or whatever he's coming from, and he's only had 14 fights in the pros, and then he fights Tank. So don't give me that he's fighting unbeaten guys, and he's fighting guys that have winning records. Big man, that's a ridiculous comment because he had been fighting guys with lesser accolades than him and a lot less fights. Basically, half the fights that he's had, basically, he's doubled their fights with knockouts. His knockouts is double the fights that these guys have had. His knockouts are double the fights that these guys have had. So what are we talking about? We're talking about guys that are not tested yet. Now they're fighting this supposedly how many times champion. You've actually helped me prove my point even more so with your comments, leading me to show you what I'm talking about. It's actually proved my point even more so. Thank you very much for that. And then you're saying Loma has ducked him. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Loma has been looking for that fight with Tank since 2017. And Tank ducked Loma since 2017. And when they have their problems in their country, and now he's like, I need to go home to my family. I've done what I wanted to do in boxing. Even though I still would like to fight, at this present moment, I've got family issues that I need to go home and sort out back in my country where a lot of turmoil is happening. You're now saying, because Tank decides to call him out at that point when he has issues in his own country to deal with that's a lot bigger than boxing. Now you want to say that Lomachenko is ducking Tank. Unrealistic. Terrible, terrible take. Horrible notion. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself to come into these notions. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it. And then he wants to call people email champs.
He's an email champ. He's an email champ. He's fighting because somebody mailed him the belt. Did that ever happen in boxing before?
But guess what? He had the regular title when he beat Gamboa, and he got elevated to the real belt when Devin Haney relinquished the belts, and then they emailed the belt to Gervonta Tank Davis. The same as when he got emailed the title when he got elevated to champion when he fought, was it Hugo Ruiz or Jesus Cuellar? One of them fights there. He got elevated from the regular champ to the proper champ, and that's also an email situation. So he's actually a 2-time email champ. This time, Devin only got the title that where they say got emailed to him because Lomachenko relinquished the belt instead of facing Devin Haney as his mandatory. He relinquished the belt and was elevated to French fight champion. And then he went to go and fight this so-called undisputed, non-undisputed fight with Teofimo Lopez. So Teofimo Lopez has fought Lomachenko and Devin Haney has fought Lomachenko. And you still ain't fought Lomachenko. But now you want to call him out when he has situations in his home country to deal with. And then your fans now are coming out and saying that he's ducking you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I thought I'd address it. It was funny. I then left a message after, I left a reply after I read it. And I said, this video is about Tank, not Devin. So your point makes no sense. Thanks for the comment anyway. And then I thought, let me make this video to address all these points so that everybody can see my transparency and understand that I know what I'm talking about when I say what I'm saying. And only fanboys will look at situations through the lens of which Maniki Molloy 4386 looked at this situation. So that's that for this video. I thought I'd address the situation. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.